Hey everybody, this is More Minds and welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to show you guys this cool artwork. A good friend of mine gave that to me. Thank you, Juan. Anyways, it's beautiful. It's a woman sitting, looking out at the desert and looking out at herself, which is slowly fading away. It's beautiful, right? Because life is short. We always think we have a lot of time, and then you wake up one day and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting older. Where did the time go? What's happening? It's been amazing as I'm a new dad and my baby is 4 months old. It's really been amazing learning about myself because I started to realize I don't have as much time as I thought I did. You know, when you're young, in your 20s or when you're 18, you think you have all the time in the world and you can do whatever you want. Well, that's what I did, and I'm happy I did it. But there were a lot of things that I wish I knew looking back, and a lot of crazy stuff I did that I have no idea why I did it. I'm sure you say the same. Look, I want to just show myself here and open my heart in front of the camera and let the unknown unravel, because that's really why we're all here. I want to share my life with the world. I feel like I have a very interesting life. I'm traveling a lot. I go to my wife's country in Ecuador a lot. The last time we went for a whole month. And that's a story in itself, how I did that and pulled that together. Because at the time, my job didn't want me to travel. And guess what? I just booked the trip and said, sorry, I'm leaving for a month. I hope you can handle it. And it was difficult at the time because I was a manager and there was only one other manager. And it was at the busiest season in the summer. Not a good time to be alone. But they did it. And we were able to work things out, and I was able to work remotely from Ecuador, which was a blessing. And I was working for a month remote. And then when I came back, everything is great. Everything was fine. Life as usual, business as usual. But speaking about business, if you are not happy in the job you're working in, start finding better jobs now. Don't wait until something falls in your lap, because it's never going to fall on your lap. You have to get out there and you have to figure it out. You have to put yourself out there. A lot of people have a hard time finding a nice job, a good job, a job they love. You know, I always think about it. I don't have the perfect job, but I found a new job that I love, and it's really given me space to think about my life and say, wait a minute, I want to get back into YouTube. I want to start creating again and start sharing with the world and loving myself and loving you guys and being a reflection, right? And a lot of it starts with just pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, because it's easy for us to get stuck in a job that's mediocre, that is boring, that we go every day and you already know what you're going to do. You already know what's basically going to happen. It's just the same old routine every day that's going to slowly eat away at you, right? When I told myself, look, you have to take 10 steps back to take 20 forward. You're not always going to find a job that's immediately better than the position that you were in. Even when it comes to pay, it might not be as good or it might not be better than your last job. And at first you're going to say, wait a minute, why would I want to work in a job that's not paying me more immediately? Well, like I said, sometimes you have to take steps back in order to take more forward. Just like a professional Olympic jumper who wants to do a long jump, they have to get a big running start. If you tried to just jump from your current position right on the line, you're not going to go very far. You have to go back and get a running start. Well, you have to position yourself in the correct environment, in the correct company, in the correct situations. you're not going to just find a job usually that's immediately better than where you're at. And that's happened to me. I found a job that wasn't as good as what I wanted, but I realized this is a bigger company. There's better benefits, more opportunities. What am I doing? I need to move in the direction that I have a future in, a better future. I was very bored of it, and it's great to change things up. It's great to get out of your comfort zone. It's great to go places that you've never been, and your brain starts making new connections just by going new places. Just this week, we went to the Japanese gardens in San Diego, in downtown San Diego, by downtown. I can't remember the name, but it's in San Diego. Beautiful Japanese garden. Beautiful. Not much more to say, but I went with my wife and baby, and we had a great time. And, it's just like, after doing that, I was like, we need to do this every week. We need to get out and go new places every week and get out of our routine of just working, eating, sleeping, working, eating, sleeping, throw sex in there, throw TV in there, throw movies and, dinners and all this good stuff that happens. But really get out and change your routine a little bit, because I love traveling, and I'm sure you do too. That's one of my favorite things ever, because you're stepping into the unknown, and you say, look, I'm going on this plane. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm doing it anyways. And it ends up being the best experience ever. That's what's happened to me. Every time I travel, like when I went to my wife's country, it's the best experience of my life, and I'm having fun, and I don't want to leave. And every time I come back, it's kind of sad, but I love the United States. I'm not saying I don't want to be here, but I love traveling at the same time, because it opens your mind to different lifestyles, different experiences, and you can see and learn from other people who are living in a different way. And it makes me really feel grateful for the fact that I have so much. And especially if you live in the United States, we're in the first world. We're so lucky, right? We should be grateful. We have a lot of protection here compared to other countries. And it's just a blessing to be here. And it's a blessing. And that's something that you'll learn if you haven't traveled to other countries yet. Take it from me. As long as you are living in your purpose and being kind and being happy and following your heart, you're usually going to be safe. So if you're, you have to be careful. I'm not saying don't be careful, but follow your heart, follow your intuition, and it's going to guide you in the right direction. I love traveling. Whenever I travel, I like to go visit the churches, the monuments, and I even proposed to my wife at the Middle of the World Monument in Ecuador. But that's a story for another time. Basically, I just want to say that traveling is amazing. I want to travel more. I want to go to so many different countries, and I want to go do so many different things. And luckily, I had a wake-up call when my baby was born, and I said, look, life is short. Soon she's going to be grown up, and she's going to be talking and listening and doing all these things and going out with us, and I can go do things with her, and we can go have fun and travel and do all this cool stuff. And I'm like, life is so short to limit myself to a current job that I'm not fully happy in or fully satisfied in or fulfilled in. I want to go somewhere and do something every day that makes me happy and makes me alive. And we're going to see where this channel goes, because I'm not giving up on this channel. I did take a long break, almost 8 or 9 years, but whatever, right? Doesn't matter. We are exactly where we're supposed to be. I had so many different interesting life experiences on my time away from YouTube, and now I'm going to bring it all back, and we're going to have fun with it. A few different things that are going on in my life is that I'm studying again. I'm studying a computer science degree, and I want to eventually master in artificial intelligence and machine learning. AI is the future. Social media is the future. There's a lot of incredible, interesting stuff there. And it's really challenging. It takes up a lot of the time. Between my full-time job, my baby, and studying in college, I don't have much time. But the time I do have, I need to take care of myself and I need to share with the world. And I want to share and document a lot of stuff to inspire people. If you happen to care, if you happen to like these videos, well then keep watching. If you don't, well then you don't have to. It's your choice. But I know I had a realization when I was at work that I wish, there's so many things I wish I knew when I was 18. And experience is incredible. You can't teach experience. So there's a lot of things you're going to learn in life that are super valuable, and you can only learn them after you've been through it. But there's also a lot of stuff that you can implement now to succeed. And I'm following my heart, and I'm doing what I love, and I'm saying no to everything else that is dragging me down or distracting me. That means putting the phone down when you're on Instagram, putting the phone down when you're on Facebook, putting the phone down when you're on TikTok. Don't get stuck in the death scroll. Don't get stuck. That is a huge waste of time. It's not helping you in any way. So that's a big thing, is like, stop. If you are not fully satisfied in your life and you want more, stop scrolling endlessly for hours. There's a limit to where it's actually almost none of it is beneficial, right? If it's something very important, like some important news or family, friends, something that's really important and near and dear to you, of course it's worth your time. But a lot of us, let's be honest, we're just watching and seeing and checking random things that have no value in our life. And it doesn't really matter in the moment, and it doesn't seem like much in the moment, but over several days and months turn into years, and years turn into decades, and you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, what have I been doing, right? It's been fun, but you have nothing to show for it. And that's where I'm at. And I'm like, I want to show my process now, and I want to document it so that I can look back, so that my daughter and my family can look back and say, wow, that's awesome. And yeah, I want to inspire other people. If you're on the same journey as me, let's go. So we got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So this is More Minds, just checking in. Stay tuned for the next video.